Welcome to this week's edition of the Tarleton Basketball Preview Show.
Right side, right corner, three-point shot for Peyton Adamson is in there.
TexAnns got off to a little bit of a slow start, stumbling out of the gate to a 2-5 record, but have bounced back nicely with 3 straight conference wins, including an 83-64 win over Incarnate Word here in Stephenville last Saturday. Peyton Adamson had a career-high 27 points. The sophomore transfer was named Lone Star Conference Player of the Week. Now to talk to us a little bit about his team's improvement, Peyton Adamson's Lone Star Conference honors, and the upcoming game against Texas Women's, we were able to catch up with head coach Ronnie Hearn. Here's what the coach had to say.
Just talk a little bit about, first of all, just the turnaround. Obviously starting 2-5. You've won 3 straight to start conference play. Just your thoughts on how your team's playing there as conference has gotten started, and Peyton Adamson being named Offensive Player of the Week. Your thoughts on that as well?
Right. We're definitely playing better right now. We played some really good teams early. Most of them were on the road, so that made it, difficult. And we got a lot of new players, having 3 transfers, your chemistry, your roles aren't defined very well. And, just to be truthful, I didn't do a very good job of that, helping our team develop that chemistry and making sure everyone knew what their role was. But it's really come around the last week or two. And, 2 of the 3 conference games we played were against quality opponents for sure. I think Cameron now is 2-1 in conference. I think they beat ACU at ACU the other day. And of course, Incarnate Word definitely a quality team. And our last game, the Incarnate Word game, we really played well. And when you shoot the ball well, it makes your team look good. And of course, Peyton had a fantastic night, 7 for 10 from the 3-point line. I think she had 4 steals. She played good defense. I looked down there one time. She's guarding number 4. Their athlete. The girl's about 5'10", the left-handed girl in Incarnate Word. She was doing a good job on her, and so we're definitely getting better.
Now let's talk a little bit about their players. Obviously, Jessica Hanna, very, very good quality player. I believe she's averaging close to 16 or 17 a game for Texas Women's. What are some key players that you look to be able, for both sides, from y'all and for Texas Women's, that you think might have a pretty good game?
Well, of course, the big one, Jessica Hanna. She's a tremendous player. She can play inside, outside. She's physical. She's a great player, and that's really the one that we're definitely going to have to have a very good defender on. Of course, hopefully we're going to have a little more flexibility now with Kara Wright being back, and it gives us a lot of options. I think our post players are pretty versatile as far as on the defensive end, where they can guard a girl on the perimeter, they can guard a girl inside. And, our guards have gotten a lot better at their post defense. Ones like Morgan Staling and, Lisa Parker, Shelby, that people try to go inside and post them up. They can get physical with them, get around in front of them. So, we're just going to do what we do defensively and make sure none of their players have a career night. That's the thing you're always worried about. Some players just going to, score 20 points and they're averaging 7 or 8. So, but we'll have a video session on Sunday and a walkthrough Sunday after practice, and then Monday another walkthrough.
Just a brief rundown of the Texas Women's Pioneers. They are led in scoring by Jessica Hanna, who's averaging 17.8 points per game. They also have two other players averaging double figures, Brittany Nazum and freshman Tiara Davis. The TexAnns will face a familiar foe, or I guess a familiar friend, as Crystal Atwood has joined the Texas Women's. She transferred after playing for Tarleton last season, has transferred to Texas Women's, and has started all 9 games for the Texas Women's Pioneers. She's averaging 8.4 points per game and just over 4 rebounds in her 9 starts. TexAnns and Texas Women's will tip off at 6 o'clock from Wisdom Gym here in Stephenville on Monday night. For live stats, live video, please check out tarletonsports.com. Now for an update on the Texans men's game against West Alabama, here's Sports Information Director Ross Baginski.
The Texans are 9-1 in the year and coming off a big 44-point victory over Jarvis Christian on Thursday. This Monday, the Texans take on West Alabama out of the Gulf South Conference. Now the Tigers are 2-7 on the year and 0-3 away from home, but they've faced some very tough competition, including Division I opponents Oregon State, Bucknell, and Morehead State. The Tigers are going to come into Wisdom Gym looking to get a big win over the number 12 team in the country. West Alabama is led by Jared Woolfork, who's averaging 14.3 points per game, and Ryan Fitch, who's averaging close to 12 points a game. The Tarleton defense will have to step it up and try to limit the Tigers offensively if they're going to win this game. With a 9-1 start, the Texans have the best start to the season since the 2002-03 squad that started the year 19-1. Head coach Lon Reisman is just 8 wins away from win number 500 here at Tarleton, and the Texans will look to just make it 7 games away here Monday night in Wisdom Gym. Tip-off is at 8 p.m., which follows the girls' game against Texas Women's at 6 p.m. For live stats, live video, and up-to-date information, check out tarletonsports.com. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.